Hi, and welcome back. My name is Mihai. I am the owner of an international negotiation consultancy based in Germany called Eastman and Partners. I hope you enjoyed the previous videos on virtual negotiations, and today it's a kind of introductional video on how does the work of an international negotiation consultant look like, especially in the economy, in the business life. And the first question that a lot of clients ask me is, well, Mihai, who is your negotiation coach? And it's a good question, and it's a tough question. And then they come with a second question is, do you really need a negotiation coach? And the answer is, yes, you do. Why? Every time when the risk is high, when you have high stakes in a deal, when you're negotiating aspects that are crucial for you, where there is a high risk of failing, usually your emotions will overwhelm you. Handling emotions, it's a complex skill and a complex task. It's solvable. Nevertheless, emotions are highly probable to put your good result at risk. And that happens to anyone. That happens even to me. For me, for my negotiations, I have a very special and very important negotiation coach. It's my beautiful wife. And she's doing exactly the same job that I do with my clients. You need someone who truly knows you, who knows how you think, who knows how you prepared for this negotiation, who knows what triggers you, what kind of words, expressions, behaviors are highly likely to endanger your negotiation result, which ultimately will end in you overreacting in those situations. For your private negotiations, my advice to you is to search the help, the neutral help of your partner, your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend, no matter who, someone who knows how you think, how you usually behave, and how you act when you are under high pressure. And that's exactly what we are doing as a company with our clients in complex negotiations. To put it in one sentence, we are their friend at the negotiation table. When we start working with a new client on a negotiation, we do a very intense coaching on the lead negotiator. So we try to help him for different aspects in the preparation, for the topics, for the targets, for the negotiation strategy. The work is very intense, and we develop a high level of trust in each other so that I can get to know the person very well. So I know exactly then which blind spots does he have and which things might trigger him in several situations. So I'm perfectly aware of also his weaknesses and his strength when we are sitting together the first time with the counterpart at the table. And therefore, I'm able to calm him down or to push him when a different situation arises. Let me tell you a story about a dear friend. We went to college together, and he's one of the most intelligent and most persuasive negotiators that I know. His name is Alexander, and we worked together on dozens of negotiations where there was a lot of at risk, a high financial volume, or important deals that need to go through for the company to survive and to go on. And because I know Alexander since years, I know exactly what he tends to do when the pressure is increasing in negotiations. So he usually tries to stick too much to the plan and therefore he sometimes pushes too hard instead of listening to the needs of the counterpart. And having me by his side in his negotiations creates an interesting dynamic, because it's a business where in that case it's also personal, but for other clients it's a business friendship. I am the one who's able to calm you down and who's able to adjust your moves when you are in these highly dense situations. Because if you are a lead negotiator, you have a lot of things to keep in mind, and I'm not telling you something new. If you are negotiating in your business life, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. You have to think about the strategy and the plan that you prepare. On the other hand, you need to be very cautious and very attentive to what's happening with your counterpart at the table. So what does he or she says? How does he or she behave? Did something happen that will have an impact on the strategy? Have you learned something new that it's important for your whole for the whole deal? And therefore, you need to keep a lot of things in mind. Having a friend at the table will help you to be more calm in these situations, will be more able to calm you down. So we have secret calls with the client. So usually I tip him on the knee when I see something is happening that needs readjustments from our side. The message to you, and I'm finished for today in this video. The message to you: you need a friend at the table. You need someone who you know from previous interactions, you are friend with, or who you worked with very intensively in the preparation of the negotiation. Because the more hostile the environment at the table, the more toxic the people you are dealing with, you will need someone who's able to psychologically create you a safe room, who will be able to calm you down or to push you in situations where you want to give up. In your private life, I highly suggest to take advices from your partner, spouse, wife, and in a business negotiation environment, search for a good negotiation consultant who knows what he's doing, who is able to bring out the best in you in this particular high pressure situation. Well, folks, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed watching. We'll be going much deeper in the reality and the situations of a professional negotiator in the coming videos. So we have a lot of best practice, of course anonymized without naming any companies or client names, but you will get a good impression of how to solve conflicts and how to navigate through these special situations. If you enjoyed watching, please subscribe to the channel. If you have further questions, feel free to write us an email or to use the comment fields below the video. Thanks again for watching. My name is Mihai from Isman & Partners. I'm glad that you joined today. See you next time.